Hi, this is Shashank Manure and I've developed Albums List React app using the Typicode Albums API. After fetching the data, we get a list of 100 albums, and each card here represents the title with a unique album ID and a user ID. And we can perform CRUD operations like adding an album. Let's add an album. Let's give user ID 2 and the title, let's say Tum Hi Ho, and click on the add album button. As you can see on the console, we received a response from the server that this is the object that got added to the server. And on the user interface, in the end, you can see that Tum Hi Ho with album ID 101 got added and user ID is 2. Similarly, we can update an existing album. Let's update the first album, which has user ID 1, album ID 1, and we can say let us give it title Jab We Met. When we press the update album button, you see that we receive a response again from the server. This is the object that got added, and here also it got updated. And last operation we can perform delete an album. Let us delete album ID 5. See, it got deleted, and this is the response we received from the server. Coming to the code, we are fetching the API inside the use effect hook. Okay, so we are using the get method since we are not sending any data to the client, and if the response is okay, then we parse using .json function, and that we get the data here in this variable. So that is how we are setting the albums state, which we have declared at the top level, const albums. So it's an array of all the objects, all the data that we receive from the API, and we are performing the add album uh, using the useref uh, hook, which can be used to read input fields. So we are reading the input fields and creating an object album, and we are setting the albums. So using the spread operator, we are appending in the end a new album. So that is how we are adding a new album. This is to update the state. We also need to update the server, so we are using the post method to update the server. So this is the API that we are using, and inside the body of the request, post request, we are passing the album which we just created. Okay, so that is how adding album is performed. And coming to updating existing album, we again use the useref to get the data from the user interface, and we here we are updating the album, the previous album, using the map function. If the ID matches, then we are updating it with the updated album, or else the previous album gets updated. So the API request here we are using is the put method request is being used, and in the body we are passing the updated album. Coming to delete album, we just need the album ID. Okay, so from we are filtering the album, so that's how the state is getting updated. And in the API request, we are using the delete method, and here we are using this uh, we are passing the ID in the API to perform the delete operation. So, and in the end we are also uh, clearing the input fields uh, of the forms. So that's how this works. The uh, app is running at localhost 3000, and it is also live at this link. Okay, so thank you.